Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jack Hammer, alongside
Gil Saylor.
And we are here to bring you the original Food Drive Network. There are imposters out there. Alas, this is the real deal.
Yeah, this isn't our first rodeo, and we thought that you should get the straight news from the people that know best.
All the news that is good to know. My friends, the food drive is sure a lot of fun. However, we have to understand that what it's really for is to fill the shelves of the food pantry. Yeah, we've had a lot of posters, we've had some wrecking potatoes, we've had some Ron Burgundy videos, which are very well done, by the way.
I would agree.
Yeah. But what it really comes down to is to fill the shelves of the food pantry. I tweeted out, and the food drive, we retweeted a picture of an empty shelf, and we'll get to some more of those in a little bit. But I want to bring you some keen statistics of why we need to fill the shelf. Last year, 2012, there were almost 780 households served by the food pantry in Mauston. That's Mauston, Linden Station, surrounding area. 780 households were coming, and that's up from last year. That's about 20 more households than last year. Over 2,600 people were served last year in those 780 households. Of those 2,600 people, over 300 of them were senior citizens, and almost 950 of them were kids. So to say that the food drive is fun and we need to do it, remember the real purpose is to fill those empty shelves.
And while our food drive may be the best food drive, I would argue in the state, with the amount of sheer weight that is distributed among our community. Oh, the world.
In the world.
In the world. And that is a fact.
I saw it on the internet.
It's important to know that the amount of food raised really is a drop in a bucket to what our food pantry must supply to our community every year. Last year, our food pantry supplied 232,561 pounds of food to our community. That number actually decreased because they're not able to give out as much to some of the different families. Now, our food drive last year raised 13,000 pounds of food that were on that stage. That, however, does not actually serve 1 month at the food pantry. It requires over 19,000 pounds of food to help our community. Now, we were also able to, through the donations and the generosity of the Bank of Mauston, to raise a grand total with donations and food of 37,000 pounds of food last year, that's amazing.
You're going, holy cow, that's a lot.
But it's not yet 2 months to help that food pantry out.
So we want to show you a few pictures of the empty shelves at the food pantry. The first one we'll show you is the area where the noodles will go. So that's why there's an increased need, and that's why there's triple points on the ramen noodles. Over on the left-hand side, there's 3 empty shelves. We need to fill those with ramen noodles. The next picture is the picture of an empty shelf where cereal should go. Ooh. You can see on the bottom shelf there's some Life and things like that, but the top shelves, empty. They need cereal.
Here's where you find the juice shelves, and juice is a triple point item. You'll notice that the triple point items are always items of highest need. These are empty shelves for 100% juice, which when you're serving 950 children in the year, it's such a high need, important item for their nutrition, and it's empty.
And the last one we got is empty shelves of where canned fruit should go. That's why canned fruit is a triple point item as well. Those shelves need to be full. Like we said, 2 months worth is what we do. And the neat thing about the food pantry, it's an all volunteer organization. There's local, I went down there and there's some elderly ladies down there, and they have that food pantry down to a science. They do a great job down there.
Kathy Green is just an amazing organizer, and if without her, I can't imagine what this would be like. But she also pulls on all of the volunteers that we have here in the school, and what you're doing is an amazing activity. We don't want to take away from it, but we want to refocus and remember that no matter how hard, we will compete.
Absolutely.
And we're not done competing yet.
There's a weekend left.
There's a weekend left. We also know why we're competing, and it's through this competition that our whole entire community will benefit because of your generosity.
So, thank you for what you've done, and thank you what you're going to do. Can't wait for the assembly on Tuesday.
And this is the original Food Drive Network, signing off.